Hello, I'm Ruth Kenner, and this is my new channel, I Quilt and More, and just seemed fitting that I would unbox my brand new 770 quilting edition from Bernina, and it also happens to be the anniversary edition. So I'm going to unbox it, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, and hopefully in part 2 we'll get to see how it actually runs. I'll start with a little bit about myself. I'm an art quilter, and I also love to make baby quilts. And when I make big quilts for the bed, I like to work on samplers. I love the way I can make different blocks work together, and I like to do sew-alongs and do blocks. So I just wanted to start with a few things that I got with it. I didn't get all of the gift, and I'll to show everybody I haven't opened it up yet, the 125th anniversary quilt kit. I don't think I'll do the sew-along because I do the sew-along with the quilter's planner. I also got this wonderful bag with it, and I'm going to use it, and I just love it. And I got a gift coupon if I wanted to add on to the embroidery module, which I probably won't want to do, but if I did, it gives it at a really good price. The other thing that I got that I really wanted to show everybody, because it's just amazing, I have started and just tried them out, is I got this gift set of golden scissors. I love the fact that they're golden, but I also love the fact that they're really good scissors. I tried them, and years ago I had a very good scissors, and I actually lost it on a bus when I was a teenager, and I can't believe that I have a whole set of these scissors. I don't know if Bernina's going to come out with a scissor set or what the company is, but hopefully we could find out who made the scissors and eventually find out a lot more about what the prices are, and I would really recommend them. I'm going to just start with the unboxing now. This is the 770, which does a lot. I was really thrilled to get it. I went into the sewing machine store thinking that I was going to get one of the 500s. Because I don't like to do embroidery, I'm not interested in doing it, and I'll talk more about that when I talk about the quilter's planner and how I decide what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. And I didn't know that they had a high-end sewing machine that didn't do embroidery and didn't do a lot of things that I don't want to use. But for those who do want to use embroidery, in the 700 there's plenty of other ones to pick from, and you can always add to this one. What it does have is 50 quilting stitches that really are important because I do a lot of embellishing. So let's just get started. I just want to point out that these are cheap scissors that I get from Joann's, and when they wear out, I get a new pair. I don't use my golden scissors to open up the box. Okay, this comes really well boxed, as you could imagine, because it's expensive equipment, and it has to get quite far to get to where I live. So, what do we have here? Okay, lots of mess, as you can see. Just here, I just throw this on the ground to be cleaned up when necessary. Of course, the plug-ins, gotta have this. This is the extension table. It's really good. It's big. I prefer a bigger one. I'm not buying one because I haven't figured out what I'm going to do about my table. Right now I have an IKEA table, and it has legs, and it's reinforced with drawers and shelves on this side, so it's strong enough because it is quite a big sewing machine. This is just packing stuff to be there. It comes with some thread, which is really good because I don't have to waste some of my thread. More packing stuff. All right. So this, when I did do a trade-in and I gave it back, and I've got this. This was the real big seller for my first Bernina. My first Bernina was a little bit less than 20 years ago, and I just love this. This is really, really helps me out a lot. They have free method, and we have more packing stuff. I'm so glad. And I I thought I was gonna get it with the big bag that I'm still gonna get, but I have it now. This is it, and I'm probably gonna buy the golden foot. I don't usually go for collections, but this is it. This is really nice. It's just a collector's item, and it also works. Golden thread and a beautiful foot, if I can get it out of here, for quilting. Now this is really good for using with rulers, and I do some ruler work, but I do just enough that this I'll use, but I don't plan on using it extensively because I just don't enjoy doing those quilts. I love them. I have a lot of admiration for people who do the beautiful ruler work, but it's not my thing. But I'm really glad that I have it because I will use it a lot, and I just can't believe it, and I can't get it to stand up straight. It will be in the case. It's just beautiful that people can see, and I'll take the foam out and I'll have this. Just gorgeous. I am so thrilled I have that. Okay, because I don't need the case yet. I'm not going anywhere. So this is it. This doesn't work well with ruler work, or unless I can develop a system to do it. But what it does do is it makes it so I have very even stitches. Okay, this is the very even stitches. This is the BSR, Bernina Stitch Regulator. It comes with a lot of really good things to help you work well. And of course, when I start doing probably part 3 of the unboxing that will go later on, I'll experiment with quilting with this, because I do a lot of what I call, and other people call, wild quilting. So I have a lot of different stitches in one thing, and I have a quilt over there that I'm working on in part 3 that I'll show you. And this time though, it's going to be amazing because I'm going to have my stitches are going to be beautifully even. It's something that I really wanted. It was the most important thing. And if I didn't work this way, I probably would have went to the 500s and eventually gone to a sit-down model of a long arm machine. But because I do a lot of wild quilting, I went to this bigger machine with 10 inches because that's the way I work. And either way, I recommend that because you have so many other options to do with that if you're going to do free motion embroidery, and that I love. Okay, and this is also really important. And what I don't know if I can buy another one of these because it only comes with one, and I already have a big collection of feet. The Bernina Feet is one of the biggest selling points for me why I bought the Bernina. I love their feet. I love how they work, and the precision involved. And this comes with a place to put them all. And I do have them stored, and it comes with some feet. And let's see if I can open it up. The feet around, I didn't show you, the feet around the back means it stands up. So I can have it on my table, and at least with the feet that I use regularly. Okay, so let's get this. This is, I don't know what this is in here. Yes, all these extra stuff that you get that you really need, and they really make a difference when you sew. It means precision sewing all the way and taking care of your machine. This is for when you use the spools. This also for the spools, you even have a really tiny one. I have some already. I could always use extras, especially if I get a larger thing for spools, because sometimes I use multiple colors. And I do have extra, as you can see here, I have extra things that I can use. That's from Superior Threads. So that comes with it. This is, I lost mine years ago, the best seam ripper I've ever had. I have several seam rippers. This little baby is such a good seam ripper. It sounds crazy, but Bernina seems to like to have quality no matter what. And another screwdriver. This really helps for putting in the needles. Okay, and this arranges directions. And this I really needed because This helps you if you have different, if you come across, if you're sewing along and suddenly you need to elevate your needle because the thread goes up. Yeah, you could put one of these, because 1, 2, or 3 of these. Now, the reason I really needed this is the original one that I got with my old 153 actually got chewed up by my dog. So I bought another one, got chewed up by my dog, and got another one, got chewed up by my dog, and finally threw it away because it had one level that was working. Now I have a new one. This dog that I have, he's not going to chew up something like this, and I also managed to keep it far, far away from my pooch. I love my dogs, but sometimes they do annoy me. Okay, no, let me get more of this out. Okay, so we hang these right here. There's the drawers to put things in, and I'm just gonna start putting things away, and later on I'll decide where everything should go. Okay, for right now, I think I'll stick as much as possible in this drawer and probably put it in another drawer. We have a bigger drawer. This won't fit. Close right. Yeah. Okay, so I just stuff it in for now. And we have more of these. Very good. That's for putting in the wonderful feet that I mentioned already, that I talk about. I'll get these attachments out of the way. The drawer closes, and these go up according to the height. So if you notice, there's 2 different sizes. I don't know if you can see, there's 2 different sizes. If you take a good look at these in here, get a close-up of that. The reason there's 2 different sizes is quite simple. There's 2 different sizes of feet. Bernina's newer machines for quite a few years now have the C and D levels that are actually bigger size feet. And so let's get this in here. Well, for right now, let me see if I can get that in. Okay. So for right now also, I'm going to stick this out of the way. Let's see, I don't even know how to put it in yet, because I haven't had, even though I've had Bernina for a while, I haven't had this. So I don't know how those go in yet. So I'll figure that out. I'll have also put these in, and maybe in the next show I'll have that totally set up for people to see. Okay? And we have the needles. It comes with assorted, universal assorted, and you can see little, if you get close up, you could see which needles they are. Bernina does accept just all the standard needles. I myself have a big selection of needles, and maybe another time I'll be talking about that, and I believe the needles go right in there. The threads will go over here, and I am going to just get this stuff out of the way for right now, just because it makes sense to get it out of the way. Okay, and I don't want anything to be damaged when I put it away. And this can go on the side, even on the floor. Okay, and let's see what else. More packaging stuff. And I can see here more packaging stuff. This is packaging stuff. More packaging stuff that I want to keep. And this is all right. So this is the warranty. I'll definitely register it. These are instructions for basic sewing, for how to use the computerized sewing machine, and there's even for the embroidery module, even though I don't have it. And this is the anniversary edition of the manual. Okay, and you could see it's quite daunting. This machine has a lot of features. So start out little by little. I call it taking baby steps. 1 You learn how to sew, just the basic thing, and then go from there. Don't try to learn everything at once because it'll just overwhelm you and you won't remember it when you need it. The things that you use the most, start with those after you just start straight stitching. This is Bernina Accessories. I didn't know it came with this. Great. Because as I said, I have a lot of feet and I think they make it easier. Especially I use my feet for embellishments, and I use my feet when I am sewing regular clothes, because that's something I really like to do, is make clothes. Just a little bit of bragging, I actually made my oldest daughter's a wedding dress, and I hope to make my next daughter's a wedding dress also. So I do like to make clothes, and the feet really make a difference. Okay, so this is delegated to more packing stuff. This is a DVD. The problem is that I have a Mac. I don't have any way of seeing it unless it's movies. If it's something else, I don't know what it is. So I can't see how I can use it. I'll find out more. There's the Bernina Toolbox software. I don't know if that's for embroidery yet, or if it's for something else. Maybe it's for clothing designs. So I do have a really good program for designing quilts that I use quite a bit. All right. So, and more little boxes, and I think that this is more feet. I think it's more feet. So here we go. What do we have here? Yes, it's more feet and more parts. Okay, so here is one of the main things that pushed me up a level in what I was going to do. I thought at the beginning I wouldn't want these, because I thought, oh, I have all these pre-wound bobbins already, and I have so many, and the bobbins are so expensive, but these are much bigger. They hold a lot more. They're much easier to use. One side is bigger than the other, so you always put it in going the right direction. This is it. Okay, this was a really big deal, and it's going to be a hassle, but you know, sometimes a lot more work pays off. So let me just get this back in here, and I don't even know if it'll close. And more stuff I'll look into. Yes, and there we go. This is an example. If you could, if you could see this up close, this is a bigger foot. It's called a 4D versus just having 4. 4 is a foot that I already have that will work on this machine. But this is the 4D, and it means that it's got, you could see it through the back, and you could see other places, it's got a hole, and that means that it's going to sew. It's like a little mini walking foot, it turns it into. Something I really wanted. Something that I was so excited about. At the beginning, I didn't know what it is. This is the 20C. I have the 20 already. I use it. I can't wait to have an extra wide one. And the C means that it's 9 millimeters instead of 5.5. Something that I just can't believe I got. This is an extra base for with one needle that you can't do zigzag, and the machine won't allow you to, so you won't break needles like I have been. Another foot, 97D. Also, I'm going to use that, and I'll show you when I'm sewing why I'm very excited about this. This is the stylus that sits on the side of the machine that I really hope I don't lose. Okay, I don't have a good track record with pencils. Okay, and this is oil. It oils the machine. Okay, and that, when I get to fixing, when I get to that stage, I will show it to you. This is 1D. Okay, I have one. This is 1D. Really great foot. I am so excited about this because it means that for regular sewing, I will have much more accurate sew. It's kind of like when you get to the end of a long line, like let's say I'm sewing pants and the top one doesn't work doesn't meet up with the end. Now it will with this. And I'll show it to you, like I said, when I'm actually demonstrating how this machine works. And part 2 will take a while before it actually goes up. So that's all that stuff. And no, I think this is packaging. I don't need that over here. This kind of packaging, I'm just kind of sticking over to the side because I want to make room for where I put my machine, because the big deal is getting my machine out. All right, so let me get these in the drawer here. Yeah, that closes. Okay, yeah, that closes, and this is gonna be in a shelf where I'm just gonna put it here. I don't want anything stuffed because I don't want to lose it. Okay, I don't have to go through the list what I have and what I don't have. These precious things are going over the side. This will go on the floor, and I believe there's more packaging. So what is this? This is the beautiful cover. This is the beautiful cover it comes with. I don't believe it's the bag that I'm supposed to still get. That hasn't come through yet because it's not heavy enough to have wheels. So what is this? This is very nice. This is the cover. Yeah, so most of the time my machine is out, and this will keep it from having dust on it. It's very padded, very nice, because like I said, I do have a dog and they get kind of crazy. And it's got a little section to put things. So I basically, very nice, my machine, because I like working, I do have a studio or an office upstairs, but I like working in the family room, so I can cover it. Maybe it'll hide some of the sewing mess. Probably not. I'll put that on before I go. So, and there's something else. Oh, it's the zipper foot, and it is 3A. I think I might already have one. I don't know, but I think this one's got a slide foot. I don't know if mine has a slide foot. One of the things that this machine does is I measure the button by putting it up on the screen, and it'll decide what size the button hole is going to be. Right. That is one thing that I really am looking forward to doing. And what is this? There's also something else in here that I don't know what it is. Okay, I have no idea what it is. So when I figure that out, I will tell you probably in the next section. Okay, more packing stuff. And am I ready? Not yet. Okay. Nope, I think I have to get this out. 14 pounds. Good thing I work out regularly. Okay. Ta-da! Okay. So let me get more packaging stuff out before I have one more thing before I show you the machine, and that is the foot. Not the foot, the pedal. And this pedal does a few extra things that my old machine doesn't do, but I don't know exactly how it works, and you'll hear about it in the next one. But here is the machine. La, da, 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 da. Let me turn it around. Here it is. You can see, absolutely gorgeous. It comes really well packed, and I don't know how everything works yet. So I don't know how to get this off, but it comes with 1C. So, I've got another foot that I didn't even know about. So 1C, I know that 1C is for thicker sewing. Of course, I'll have it turned around. You can see the gold base and where it plugs in. It does a lot of really interesting things. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And I am going, and it also has instructions how to remove this. That is just so good because I have no idea how to remove that. Okay, no, that's not it, and I don't know how. In the next one, I will show you guys how to work the machine because it looks different than my old Bernina. And so since it works different, I don't know how to raise the foot to get this out. So I am amused at my own, at everything, but I'm going to have a really good time. And the next time I do what in this series, the part 2 of this, you'll get how the machine works. Okay, thank you very much.